Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. This is a very intriguing matchup. One team that earned the right to host this game, that enjoyed tremendous crowd support, against another team that slipped into the playoff, trying to establish a tradition now of upsets in the first round of the CFP. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. Fields it just outside the goal line. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So Georgia's offense comes on the field first today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
Talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Play action fake. Looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring up 3rd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Snags a quick throw. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And they'll use the ground game here. Breaking free at midfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The shotgun handoff here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here comes a throw from the red zone. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Near the goal line. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The Dawgs looking to finish the drive here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
They try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The Aggies offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
They start the drive giving the ball to the receiver on an end around. I tried to use the stiff arm there, but the defense corrals him quickly. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble. He's going to pull it down and run. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Caught over the middle. It's Rios. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. That completion makes it second and short. Play action fake, looking to throw. They bring the heat and get him behind the line.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And, man, they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game, and this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
The Aggies will bring their punt team onto the field. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick grab. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a quick grab.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nasty move. Now he's got room to run.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Here we go.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now.
6-9-1. Gators score.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? On first down, it's play action. Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense trots out there to open this game. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And they'll start off with a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Dawgs. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Well, I can't believe that this is how this game gets started. Very first play of the game, a shot downfield, and a touchdown. With all the buildup and all the hype, this is how we get started.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So Texas A&M's offense out there for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Single back takes the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback keeps the football. Gets the first and still running. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
The pass rush closing in, bringing pressure. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
A sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. Off play action, he's looking to throw. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. It gets your hands a little shaky.
The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back. Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Look at now throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after the completion. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the single back takes the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Can he make it to the marker? Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Georgia now operating in the red zone.
42, spot 5.
Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made across the middle by the running back. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Can they convert on third down and keep this drive rolling?
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but, man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
Got a lane. Can he get in? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out. It's Rios. And they stop him at the... field position to start the drive. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. The shotgun running play call. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, A&M.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
With the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. He finds his man. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's caught. It's Booker. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Makes it second and short. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Trying to extend the play. They'll try a pass here. Receiver makes the catch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. The kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He shreds the tackle. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They look to throw it here on second down. The sure hands. It's Foster. They wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker. An important third down attempt for this offense. Can they pick up the first on the ground? And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Hold it.
So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Crucial third down play right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time, nice throw, and it's a first down.
They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield to pick up a first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon A-Chain and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution. End zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And the single back takes the handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, looking to throw it. He'll take a deep shot. Oh, he's got it down inside the 20. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Dawgs. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around you.
And the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime. They cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Makes a quick catch. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pressure is coming. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So incomplete pass on second down. Sets up a 3rd and inches. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And a sophomore making an impact play. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. And the Aggies bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. And the Bulldogs will crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Booker. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch made on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
He's running out of time here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. The pocket breaking down. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's got it right near the end zone. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime.
Timeout, Georgia.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Catch made on the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That's That's taking advantage of a matchup there, Chris, by the quarterback finding his receiver. He puts the ball up in the air where he can make a play on it, and they come up with that touchdown.
With the BAT, it's a 3-touchdown lead, 35-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. That's it for us from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's head back to Chris and Kirk for the exciting conclusion of this one, where we'll find out who is moving on in the CFP.
Dawgs will kick this away to start the second half. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. QB decides to keep it here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. He stays alive. Breaks loose at the 40. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Hands off to the left. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. 2nd down.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. He stopped and gets a first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. The short completion of the tight end. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain in that completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Texas A&M, 21.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last drive of the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. And he's tackled after the catch.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls it in for a big gain. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Obvious penalty, doesn't matter. Offense makes a big gain. First and 10 play coming up. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. They're going to run it. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We've played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught quickly. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackle is made, but it's a big gain. They'll move the ball to the 25-yard line.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. It's a quarterback keeper. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face. Boy, Chris, the way this quarterback's been playing, I'm surprised they didn't throw the football here. I wouldn't be surprised now that they're facing 3rd down and goal. Put it in his hands and let him work his magic.
3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Intercepted in the end zone. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Booker. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room. And that run, good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. And there's the handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Snags a quick throw. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving his defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the fourth quarter.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Direct snap to the back. Running through the tackle. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks. And there it is, the fourth down conversion that should just about secure the W, Kirk.
You got to love a head coach that really believes in his guys. Coaching with the lead late. I love that he's coaching to win, not coaching not to lose. Goes with an aggressive approach. It pays off because that offensive line opens that hole up, and the back gets just enough to secure a victory of that first down.
Of course, in the playoffs,